Hello, welcome back to Submachine 10, the longest game by far. I've already been doing this for about an hour, and there's maybe another half of the game to go, maybe a little more than that. So we just activated this machine, but before we go use it, I'm actually going to do this thing first with the pyramid. So I'm going to go back to the pyramid. I'm going to put this cogwheel in here, and we're going to turn it. And when we do that, the ladder disappears. We can't use it. So there's that. Let's head back this way. If you remember from before, there was this dog head, which when you used it actually teleported you across the pyramid. So we can use that. And now we can actually access this ladder and go down one more layer, and we find a portal charge. We're not sure exactly what this will be used for yet, but we'll find some portal that isn't working, and we'll put this somewhere to use the portal charge. The only way back out of here is this way. So that will finish off this pyramid area, I think, for good. I don't think we have to come back here now. So let's see. What do we got? This object, the skull, if you remember correctly, we've had a lot of skulls here. So let's head to where we saw those skulls. And let's see if we can't figure something out using that. So if we put that skull on there, we can look at it, and there's a chip on it, an explorer's chip. Wouldn't you know? So we can put that explorer's chip somewhere. Let's see if I remember. Oh yeah, it's the lab. So this is way back when. We went to the lab, and there was this scanning device that said explorers teams and restoration teams only. So we can use this explorer chip to convince the scanner to let us through. And that was back here. So we're going to head this way into the lab, and we'll put this there. Yep, explorations. So now we're here. There's really nothing to pick up there. It says karma stabilizer not present. So I guess we need a karma stabilizer before we can use this device. Well, that kind of takes care of everything we've got so far. So now I still have to find one more portal stabilizer. So where that's going to be is the one place I still got to check, and that's back, oops, not there, in the laboratory area, which is where the other cow skull was. I'm glad I remember where everything is. I'm pretty sure if this is your first time watching, it's a little bit confusing how you got to backtrack a lot. So now we've powered up with the stone grapes. We grab our third portal stabilizer, and we needed 3 of them to activate the portal back at the hub world. So we've basically done everything we can up to that point, because we don't know what this is for or this yet, but we know what these are for. So let's go back to the hub. Down here, and we'll stick these right on the machine. Of course, it still doesn't work because there's no power of any kind, but there is a slot here, and this portal charge looks like it fits right in there. So if we try that, well, look at that, it works. So we can use this portal, and we're back here. So this is Submachine 2. Way back, we've been here twice before, in the 2nd game and the 5th game. This brick wall's been healed, I guess, and we can now take a light sphere from that spot. But there's a lot of resin here, so something's happened recently. We also have this machine, which in the 2nd game we couldn't use, but now we can actually pull this lever. It doesn't do anything yet, but it might if we fix something in this area. So let's just take a look around. There's where the light sphere goes. It takes us to this new spot. Over here we have this device, which looks similar to another device we've seen back at the laboratory. And over here we have some strange symbols, and this radar, which we saw way back in, I think, the 2nd video, back in the temple. I didn't know what it was for, but I guess this device is connected to that other one. And we have these telling us which symbols to use. So there's this symbol, this one. This one's kind of hard to tell what they are. But let's see. Let me find the circular symbol. There's that one. There's this one we gotta find. I don't know. I don't remember which symbols are where. Okay, there's that one. There's this. Okay, and then this final symbol will be whatever that is. Oh, passed it. Okay, so all 4 symbols are correct now. But nothing happens here. We're going to have to go back to the temple to figure out what happened. And down here we see that there's a ladder, but it's retracted because there's no power coming here. So we're going to have to find a way to fix this power. Alright, let's head back to... Oops, it's this way. Back to the hub. And go back to the temple area. And it was this way, I believe. Man, I remember getting this far my first time around, and it felt like I was reaching the end of the game. And let me tell you, nope, there's more. So we grabbed ourselves a fork. What's the fork for? Well, that's not obvious, unless, of course, you've played a few of these other Submachine games, and you realize that every time we get this cutlery, we actually use it to repair damaged circuits. So we're going to do that again. We're going to use this fork the same way we used it in the second game, which is just stick it there and complete the circuit. So we're going to go back, and now on this machine here, we can turn it on, and it retracts, or unretracts the ladder. It lowers the ladder. It takes us back down to this machine. And over here we find another note. Dear Elizabeth, I'm so close. You won't believe how much progress I've done in the last, how long was it, 3.5 years? My lord, it feels good to be focused again. I know this sounds stupid, but as a time traveler, I have to say it feels good to see time run by you. Anyway, back to the subject at hand. My theory of focused karma was correct. I have scientific evidence at my laboratory. Once it doesn't penetrate any 2 given layers creating a portal, it actually restores previously destroyed submolecular order. Now, all I need is some kind of portable karma stabilizer and I'm good to go. Imagine stable and secure karmic portals. Would you believe that? So I guess Murtaugh realized, you know, he's got to fix the submachine somehow. He's trying to go about it. But he found that using focused karma will bring together stuff that was destroyed. And that's what we saw back at the laboratory with the microscope, with the dots that came together when the light was on it, and the little tub where the rocks came together when you turn the machine on. So if we find a karma stabilizer, then we can do the same thing in the real world. And there was the part at the lab which told us that we needed a karma stabilizer. One wasn't present. So our next mission is to find that karma stabilizer. So here's the video game we appeared at the start of the second game, and apparently there was a karma portal there the whole time. And it takes us back to this picture, which, if you remember the end of the first game, this was supposed to represent the outside world, but apparently it wasn't. Apparently when we exited the elevator, we just saw a picture of the outside world, which had a portal that led us to the second game. In fact, there's more pictures of the outside world just kind of sitting here, and some more matter moving around. So maybe a karma stabilizer would help fix this stuff here. We can't cross this gap, so let's go back the other way. And we see some kind of device here powering up the lights. You can't fix everything, just let it go. Submachine doesn't need your help. It's fine as it is. You know you're taking away my life's goal, right? We'll find you a new one, don't worry. You were part of this organism, I admit, a crucial one, but just a part nonetheless. You can't think of yourself any bit higher. That would be arrogant, and that's not you anymore. What would I do without you, my dear? So I'm imagining this is Murtaugh and Elizabeth talking to each other. And Murtaugh is feeling bad because he wants to fix all the things he did to destroy the submachine. But Elizabeth is telling him that's not really going to be his job. He's done everything he can. Someone else is going to come along and fix it. And that person might be us because we're looking for that karma stabilizer. And we'll go down that hallway in just a second. But if we go this way, we find ourselves at the other side of this gap. So I guess we've been sort of moving in a circle. And in fact, we are. If we go in here, this is the painting we come out on. This is what we were looking at the end of the first game. But we can go back in the elevator and return to the basement of the first game. The slowest door closing ever. And here we are, in the red basement we saw from the first game, at the very end. This is actually called the Infernal Basement, which is a slightly different area from the basement of the first game, and we can actually explore it this time around. But I'll stop us right here. about the 10-minute mark, and we'll explore the infernal basement next time. Okay? Bye.